Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel for part 2 in our The Dance of the Dragons as the Blacks playing as Rhaenyra Targaryen. We are just about to have our first dance involving us of this series. The first episode of the two and the idea of the double series side by side seemed to go down pleasantly well by you guys. I was very surprised by how well it went down. A lot of you seemed really keen on that idea, and a lot of you seemed to really enjoy the first episodes of both of those series. So hopefully we can carry that on with this series as we go through the alternate storylines and the alternate playthroughs of both factions of the Dance of the Dragons. So yes, here we go. We're going to be having our first dance and we're going to be going against Aegon himself. So this could be very interesting. This could be a very important turn in the war for us. Something that is very unfortunate for us is the fact that most of other dragon riders on the Blacks at the moment are young children, so we have lost a lot of the dragons. None of our sons can use their dragons, which is very frustrating. Some of the Valyrians can't use their dragons because they're too young, so we have lost a lot of our dragons, unfortunately. But I have noticed that Nettles is now of age of 16, so I'm hoping we can now make Nettles a commander, as she is a dragon rider. We should hopefully be able to do so, and yes, we can. That is absolutely perfect. So that is another dragon, as well as Harold and Ulf and Lord Daemon, of course. So at least now we've got an extra dragon to use. But hopefully our sons will soon be of age. Jacaris and Lucaris are quite close. They've got a couple more years, but the dance will probably be over by then, which is quite frustrating. We are 25% in favour with the war score at the moment, which is great. Although Dragonstone and Driftmark are heavily under siege by the Three Daughters and the Arbor army, although most of the Crown Lands is fully under our control at the moment. As you can see, we've got a lot of allies here taking most of this land. There's a small Aegon host over here heading into Cider Hall, but well, they're on their way to Cider Hall apparently. And then down in the lower reach, our armies are also chasing down the Old Town army, but it looks like things are going very much our way. We should be okay. As long as this dance doesn't go drastically wrong, hopefully we'll be okay. So here we go. Flying high above the fighting armies, the Dragon Rider King Aegon II leads a dive attack on you and your allies. He will perish. You meet King Aegon, Rider of Sunfire in Dragon Combat. Ulf, Rider of Silverwing, will support you. Okay, so we've got Ulf on Silverwing also with us. So we've got two pretty impressive dragons, especially Silverwing. So the chances are we're going to win this dragon fight here. Whilst we're also sieging down King's Landing. So let's see if that Dance of the Dragons is going to actually pop back up again. I hope it does. I'm quite interested to see how it's going to go. We've got 7,000 men here also heading towards King's Landing. I don't know if they should... Actually, this 7,000... Do they have a dragon? If we can get Daemon in charge of that with Nettles, so we've got dragons in this, and we'll take this host to try and cut off this Targaryen host here, this green host, and try and stop them from getting too powerful. Let's dock our ships in King's Landing. The Vale force is also here with us to support us, which is perfect. But yeah, if we can get these 7,500 to march over westward instead. Travellers bring rumours of fire and blood. They say that the dragons live once more. Well, obviously, there's loads of dragons. And that Lord Daemon Targaryen now rides Cannibal into battle. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We obviously lost Daemon's dragon in the last episode, which was devastating. I was really upset about that. But he somehow managed to tame the untamable dragon, which is the Cannibal, which is absolutely awesome. Where... Okay, it's not actually clicked up there. Let's have a look at the Cannibal. Wow, his dark, scary portrait. He's a crazed dragon, which adds to his prestige in personal combat by 50, which is awesome. He's ravenous and wrath. So that's going to be a pretty impressive dragon to have on our side. That is absolutely epic that only Daemon Targaryen could tame the cannibal. Does the world have enough room for another dragon rider? Yes, yes it does. King Aegon II and his allies struggle to compete with your dragon's relentless attacks, several times almost falling from the sky. Now they are at our mercy and we can dive in for the kill. Dracarys. You pick out Sunfire and his rider and dive straight at them. They manage to dodge Cyrax's most lethal swipes and burst of fire and escape your grasp. We shall kill them on the next pass. I have been grievously burnt. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. Are we going to die? If so, it will obviously pass on to our son. Daemon Targaryen has had Cannibal's Wit added to his treasury, as well as Cannibal. Where is that host? Is that host? Yeah, it's still marching westward, which is good. King Aegon II and his allies struggle to compete with your dragon's relentless attacks, several times almost falling from the sky. Dracarys, Sunfire and his rider are isolated, and Sheepstealer does not hesitate in attacking them. He dives at them, but Sunfire evades the attack. They are left bruised and burnt, but can wheel around and join the fray again. They will not die easily, it seems. Also, yeah, the second host is just passing through King's Landing, so that means we've got like 4 dragons here at the moment. King Aegon and his allies compete with your dragon. Okay, yep, same again. Dracarys, Sunfire and his rider are isolated, and Sheepstealer does not hesitate in attacking them. He dives at them, but Sunfire evades the attack. They are left bruised and burnt, but can wheel around and join the fray again. Okay, so we're going to get another sweep at each other. Considering we've got like 4 dragons present, I'm surprised that Sunfire is lasting as long as he is. And there we go. Aegon Targaryen has had Blackfire removed from their treasury. Aegon Targaryen has had Sunfire's Whip removed from their treasury. My lady, his grace King Aegon has taken his last breath, and may he repose in peace. Now his heir, Prince Jaehaerys Targaryen, will take the throne and will rule the 7 kingdoms henceforth. Long live the king. Well, no, not long live the king, because we're against him. So at the age 22, your half-brother King Aegon II of the Iron Throne was killed by Ulf White in an epic dragon duel. Awesome. King Aegon and his allies struggle to compete. We dive in for the kill. Sunfire and his rider are left weakened and vulnerable. Silverwing does not hesitate in finishing them off. Silverwing dives at them, crashing into them at great speed. They are ripped apart and eventually crash into the ground and are left dazed. Sunfire is now a lifeless corpse. Fire and blood. So Sunfire the Golden also dies, which is a shame because I love that dragon. But Silverwing is killed, and I think I love Silverwing even more. There's so many epic Targaryen dragons, but there we go. Aegon II is dead. The Usurper is dead. But carrying on the fight is our nephew and his son, King Jaehaerys II of the Iron Throne, who is a twin, but there's nothing really special about him. He does have a 1-year-old dragon. But that's about it. You'd imagine now that the war is only going to go one way, surely. Right, we've got our 6,000 men here. Where is that host? There we go. We'll try and cut off that host just north of Tumbleton. Tumbleton should be quite impressive in this bookmark, considering it has not yet been sacked. And the Fossilways are also marching down with that army, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. We'll try and cut them off in the Tumbleton lands, but we'll carry on our siege of King's Landing for now. Rhaenyra, Ulf, and Harold are the besiegers. Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, I see just cuts in your struggle against your enemies. I will take up arms and stand beside you, Lord Estamont. The duel is over. The enemy dragons have finally been cast down. Their armies lose heart at the sight of the spectacle, and you can now turn your attention to them. Our names shall live as legends. Awesome, so we can carry on our siege of King's Landing. They are still sieging Dragonstone though, which is a worry. I don't really want to have to sail over and attack because the landing would be very, very risky to try and land. And they're probably going to have their dragons over there. So instead we'll concentrate on King's Landing for now, but I don't want to burn it down. I know we could easily just burn it down and take it, but it would be a bit unrealistic, and we don't really want to burn the capital we want to rule from. Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, I see just causing your struggle against your enemies. I'll take up arms and stand beside you. Awesome. House Selma. So it looks like a lot of the Stormlands are now seeing sense and they are coming to our aid. And here we go. We're in a epic battle here, but we do have our Dragon Riders and they've got no commanders, which is completely stupid. We've got Lord Daemon and the Cannibal, Nettles and Sheepstealer. So we've got 2 dragons in that fight and they've not even got a commander. So that is going to be an insanely easy victory for Daemon. We've got 20,000 men now at King's Landing as well, sieging, which is only going to go one way. The Hightower army is marching north, but they're not going to be able to do much, are they? By the time they get here, they're not going to have enough men. They're too spread apart. But yeah, we are absolutely crushing this army, which is awesome. Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, I see your course. I see just causing your struggle against your enemies, or I take up arms and stand beside you. Lord Dondarrion. So that is awesome. A hell of a lot of the Stormlands are now coming to our aid. A lot of powerful lords as well. Estamont, Tarth, Dondarrion and Selma. So it looks like we will be bringing down the Baratheons when we win this war for going against us, and I think it's time for new Lord Paramounts of the Stormlands. News from Tumbleton, my lady. During the war in Dragonstone? Okay, news from Tumbleton during the war in Dragonstone. The Dragon Riders Dowager Queen Helena Targaryen, a rider of Dreamfire, and Nettles, rider of Sheepstealer, met in fierce combat, driving their dragons to tear at each other relentlessly. Nettles and Sheepstealer prevailed, killing a Dreamfire. Oh, poor Dreamfire. But what a dance it must have been, and it's only good for us, really, isn't it, that we have won that? But I'm a little bit upset that Dreamfire has died. My lady, I, Sir Gelden Good, sincerely asks that I be allowed to pursue a career at the Citadel in Old Town. No! You're too good of a commander to do that. A fierce duel broke out between the Helena Targaryen and in the skies over Dragon... What is wrong with half of this scripting? Skies over Dragonstone. Their dragons tore at each other, but Sheepstealer and his rider emerged victorious, and now turns over Helena to you as prisoner. Our half-sister, Helena Targaryen. Awesome. So the late wife of... Oh, no, well, no. The widow of King Aegon II, and that is a very valuable prisoner to have... in our control, so we'll have to see what we can do with her. We'll keep her imprisoned for now. Very valuable prisoner. Very valuable indeed. We've got hardly no money, but we're not going to ransom her. That would be stupid. But yeah, we're absolutely crushing this green host here in Tumbleton. So it looks like Tumbleton is going to suffer after all, just like in the real dance. Hopefully it doesn't get burnt too much. But we've got a great victory there, as many allies have come to our aid. Which is perfect. We're now going to fight the army, well, a very small army. My prisoner, Helena Targaryen, is complaining about her dark cell in the dungeon. Should we be merciful? We'll be merciful. It is our half-sister. We'll be merciful, but she's still going to be our prisoner. We've almost now got King's Landing under siege, which is great as well. And we're having a great victory there with our massive host, which is also present. Let's march onto... Right, the Siege of the Red Keep has been won. Your nephew, King Jaehaerys II Targaryen, has been captured by Lord Gunford Darkling of Duskendale and taken to Duskendale as a prisoner. Okay, the Siege of the Red Keep is a victory, so we have the king in our grasp. Lord Master Erenor. Okay, I don't really care about what's going on over there, but we will offer peace and force demands. We have captured the false king. Queen Rhaenyra of the Iron Throne has usurped the title Lordship of King's Landing from Jaehaerys Targaryen. Queen Rhaenyra of the Iron Throne has usurped the title High Lordship of King's Landing from Lord Jaehaerys of King's Landing. We've also claimed Blackfire. Queen Rhaenyra of the Iron Throne has usurped the title Seven Kingdoms of the Iron Throne from Lord Jaehaerys II of King's Landing. The Dance of Dragons has ended. Princess Rhaenyra of the Iron Throne has won. Okay. Jaehaerys Targaryen has had Skull of Meraxes removed from their treasury, and Balerion and Aegon's crown, and Aenys crown, the crown of Winter Storm crown, crown of the Rock, the Falcon crown. The Jaehaerys Targaryen has had history of the Rhoynish Wars. Okay, so yeah, we've gained a lot. We've gained a hell of a lot. Right. So, now it's time to see who is going to rebel against us. We've got a lot that we're now going to have to sort out. Obviously, half of the Reach has gone against us. The Rock has gone against us. Some of the Riverlands have gone against us, and the Stormlands as well. So we're going to have to now purge the land of these false lords. Right, we've got new council. We need to be crowned. Ottomans is too big. Right, well, unpause to let things just tick over for 1 second. Okay, and here come all the enemy armies that we're now going to have to sort out. Queen Rhaenyra of the Iron Throne fulfilled the ambition to win the war. We've got a lot of traitors now that we're going to have to sort out, and we're probably going to have to purge the Seven Kingdoms of them and what they've done. But the war has now been won, our enemy armies have been crushed, and the new loyalist forces have been defeated. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put that. Sir Tylus Norcross, one of your opponents, has been brought before you to hear your judgment. Okay, so they were the ones who joined with the High Towers. He will forfeit Norcross, send him to the dungeon. He's currently not your prisoner. We'll let him be. He's only a small bannerman. War has been won, our enemy armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Courtier Jaehaerys Targaryen, one of your opponents, has been brought before you to hear your judgment. Ooh, what do we do with our nephew Jaehaerys? I shall judge his family just. The war has been won, our enemy armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Lord Paramount Boris Baratheon, one of your opponents, has been brought before you to hear your judgment. He will forfeit the Stormlands. He's probably going to rebel for that, but I don't care. He went against his rightful queen. The war has been won, our enemy armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Lord Mark Ambrose, one of your opponents, has been brought before you. You're only a... You did... Did you actually go against us? I don't know if you actually did you? What shall we do with you? Did go against us. We'll leave him be. It's more the more powerful lords that I want to okay, Lord Legod. What do we do with you? You're from the same area, just a small lord. We'll leave you be. You can bend the knee. Lord Ormond of Old Town. I demand his head as well as the High Tower lands. Yes, you went very against us. Lord Jasper Ironrod of Rainwood. He will send him. Oh, we've not actually got him in our custody. He will forfeit the Rain House. Lord, is that Lord Peak? Bloody Peaks. Tell you what, they get involved on the wrong side of every Targaryen civil war, it seems, as they also back the Blackfires pretty much every time. Send him to the dungeon. Lord Ormond shall be kept imprisoned as he is currently not your prison. He may rebel. He'll forfeit Cockleswen. I demand his head as well as all the Peak lands. No, he'll just forfeit one. Lord Redwyn. We don't have him imprisoned. I demand his head and all the Redwyn lands. The war has been won, our enemy armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Lord Victor Risley, one of your opponents, has been brought before you to hear your judgment. He's currently not your prisoner. He may rebel. He will forfeit Risley Glade. Is it just a minor lord? The minor lords I'll let off. They're doing what their high lords have told them to. Leave him be. Lord Bracken was the only lord in the Riverlands to go against us, so I want his head and I demand the Bracken lands. The Fossleways, the war has been won, our enemy armies have been crushed, the loyalist forces have been defeated. He does like us. Send him to the... We'll leave him be. The war has been won, our enemy's armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Right, so these are the Kingsguard people. Send him to the dungeon. We'll send all the Kingsguard who were Aegon's Kingsguard to the dungeon and keep our own. The Westerlands. I demand his head as well as the Lannister lands. Right, so we're going to have a lot of civil wars kicking off now, but we know that Queen Rhaenyra was quite abrupt and she could be very harsh at times. As we know, she imprisoned her own loyal servants because she became that paranoid and that worried. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now, because obviously the Stormlands are going to go against us. The West is going to go against us. The Old Town and High Towers are going to go against us. So there's going to be a lot for us to sort out. We'll just unpause to let things kick into motion so we can see who is going to rebel against us. Let's call our armies back to King's Landing. And here we go. Here come all the civil wars that we knew were going to happen, but it's necessary. We want to make sure the realm is more peaceful. Lord Paramount Boris of the Stormland has declared war for Stormlander independence. Yep, we knew that was coming. Old Town has declared war for independence. Rain House for independence. Cocklewentz for independence. The Arbor for independence. House Bracken for independence. The West for independence. Jaehaerys of the defeated royal Targaryen family has been brought before you. What is to be done with him? I shall take him as a hostage. That's the best decision that we could do. I find your judgment harsh, and as such, my bannermen and I no longer acknowledge your dominion over the Stormlands. This is a declaration of war. I will crush him as well. Same with the High Towers. Okay, and all the other lords that are going against us. Daeron of the defeated royal Targaryen family has been brought before you. Our half-brother, Daeron Targaryen. Take him as a hostage. Long live the Queen. The Lannisters, yeah, we'll crush the Lannisters as well. They'll surely honour their obligations. Your Grace, I will honour my alliance and take up arms to defend the realm against the Iron Throne's enemies. The armies of the Reach will join you as soon as it is possible. And so are the Tullys. That's perfect. Surely the North will yet again come to our aid, as well as the Vale. Let's get our armies back in King's Landing, as well as calling up our own vassals. Well, the vassals that we actually have remaining to us. We've got 200 men up here. Oh, Lord Ladis the Clubfoot. Well, I don't really trust you. We should probably imprison you. Hopefully most of the Riverland... Yeah, we've got the Riverlands on our side. Is the Vale going to come to our aid or not? As same as with the North. We did promise them a match, didn't we? Lord Rickon of the North. He's only got his young son at the moment, so we haven't really got anyone that we can arrange a betrothal with him. Not of age anyway, that's the only problem. With the Mandaleys, we promised them a pact, didn't we? Have we got anyone who can... I think most of them are already married. Here's his heir. His heir's yet to have a son, though, which is... annoying. Nera Flynn. We need a Mandalay to marry. Here we go. We've got a Mandalay here. She's 6 years old. Arrange a betrothal between her and Prince Viserys. There we go. As promised, Lord Mandalay. Right, what else can we do? We need to make sure that a lot of these lords come to our side. We've got a lot of people against us. Looks like the Dondarians, the Estemonts and the Tarths are going to stay on our side, so we will give one of those the land. Your Grace, I thank you for having me in your household these past years, but I must serve a high purpose now. Lord Paramount Jason has accepted me into his service, and I shall leave for Casterly Rock immediately. Lady Rainy... What? Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. Right, we need to pick a new ambition, which we'll probably just go with win the war for now. It's a nice, simple one. Yeah, we're uncrowned, but we can't do anything about that for now. Our Master of Whisperers is currently not doing anything. Let's sabotage the economy of the Stormlands for now. The closest by. We've got, right, we need, what other council position? Oh, we need our High Admiral, which will obviously be a Valyrian, but Corlys is already our Hand of the King. But we do have other Valyrian lords. Where is his heir? It would be a good idea to have his heir, if possible. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that, which is a shame. So we'll go... We'll go with this other Valyrian for now. Sir Jacaerys Valyrian. Advisors, we'll go with... We're not going to go with the Lannisters. We're fighting... Oh, it's Lord Commander. We'll go with Daemon for an advisor. And... Who do we want to keep happy? Hey, oh, here's good old Mushroom. I haven't actually had a look at Mushroom. I'll have to do that at some point. Have a little look how he's getting on. Who do I make another? Lord of the Kingswood could go with that, or the Fawns. They were loyal as well, weren't they? A lot of the Crownland lords were very loyal to us. We'll go. Let's go with. Bywater might have been one of the ones that went. No, Bywater went against us, didn't they? And Fawn, sorry. They're the ones who did go against us. Hopefully, Rosby and Duskindale get involved in this and help us bring this down. Let's go with Celtigar then for now. Right, let's gather our forces in King's Landing. At a meeting of the Small Council, Lord Tyler Lannister has recommended that Sir Malatine Valerion be named a member of your Kingsguard. Well, let's have a look at him. He's a trained fighter, a lisp, ambitious, proud, brave, and roof. Yeah, we do want to keep the Valerians loyal, though, and we do need some new Kingsguard members, as we have a lot of Kingsguard members in our prison right now, and we need to decide what we're going to do with these. So, Sir Willis Fell. Banish Sir Willis Fell to the night. Yeah, we'll send him to the Night's Watch. We'll send the old Kingsguard members all to the Night's Watch. They did their duty, but they can't be free, and they're not serving me. So, we've actually got to call Sir Doran Westerlin for a trial. We can't just banish him, so we'll do that. Helena, our half-sister. Probably keep her just as a hostage for now. There we go. We've removed 2 Kingsguard members and sent them to the wall. Right, who else is going to join us? The Byford. Yeah, all these armies close by are going to stay loyal. So Doran Westland has demanded a trial by combat and is summoning his champion to Dragonstone. Okay. Interesting. A skilled fighter. He's pretty dangerous. House Westerlin. He will remain in the dungeons until then. Your Grace, would you like a new crown forged to celebrate your dominion of the 7 kingdoms? Yeah, why not? A huge crown made of red gold. No. A warlike crown with sharp black iron points. A slender gold band. A simple circlet. Unornamented. Red gold. Each of its points a dragon's head. We'll go for that one. Let's forge ourselves our own crown. Why not? That'd be interesting. They will surely honour their obligations. Your Grace, the Conclave of the Citadel has selected the Grand Maester, the head of the Order, the Maesters and servants of the Iron Throne. Okay, a Fossilway. Let us hope he serves well. Bring me the greatest knights in the realm. Let's have a look who we've got. Okay, he's pretty impressive. Giles Belgrave is also pretty impressive. And Harold Dark. We'll go with Harold Dark because he was loyal to us. I'm sorry, Your Grace, he says, but someday I will hold lands of my own. Oh, that's a shame. So we can't actually get him on side. We'll try and get our armies to the nice Dragon Lady Rhaenyra. Blessing upon you and your house, I've decided to accept the suggestion of a betrothal between Prince Viserys and Silene. Okay, perfect. There's the Manderley and Targaryen marriage as promised. Your Grace, rather than face your judgment with dignity and honour, Eric Cargyle tried to flee the realm. We captured him, however, and now we'll face the block. Justice will be done. So, okay, yeah, so justice will be done. We're going to behead him instead. We were going to send him to the Night's Watch, but he tried to flee. The guards dragged Doran Wesleyan up from his cell and throw him at your feet. I come for justice. By right of bear and blood, I demand a trial by combat. You have that right. I will select someone to stand for the Queen. Let's have a look who we've got. We've got Laurent Marbrand, who is a formidable fighter. We have Harold Dark and Eric Cargill. Oh, who just go? Let's go for Marbrand, as he is a formidable fighter. He should win, so we'll go for him. I hope he wins, because he's like our best Kingsguard member. Sir Laurent steps forward. I'll stand for you, Your Grace. Fight well, Sir Laurent. You watch in horror as Sir Laurent falls to the floor dead, Doran Westlin's sword striking a mortal blow. The prisoner takes his leave, walking out the doors with a smile on his face as the entire court looks on in disbelief. Well, I wasn't expecting that. This can't be happening. It's always the case. That always happens. That's so annoying that we've lost a great Kingsguard member, though. But we are bringing our hosts together now. Golden Grove and the Rohans are joining us, which is great. Most of the Vale is joining us, to be fair. The Tarl is. Pretty much all the people who joined us last time are joining us again to bring down the traitorous lords. Be good if we could get the Starks involved, though. At a meeting of the Small Council, Lord Corlys Valerian has recommended that Sir Monfred Valerian be named a member of the Kingsguard. Let's have a look at you then, Sir Monfred. Didn't we just give you a place? Yeah, okay. Well, we've got 2 Valerians now in the Kingsguard. They were loyal, so it's probably best that we do keep them on side. Your Grace, I, Adam Valerian, sincerely ask that I be allowed to pursue a career at the Citadel in Old Town. No, don't be stupid. You're a dragon rider. I won't allow that. That's just absolutely ridiculous. This is going to be interesting now, though. The second part of the dance is going to be a great battle to bring down some of these lords. The Tullys have almost brought down the Brackens for us already, though. The Blackwoods are obviously involved. Should we give the Bracken lands to the Blackwoods? That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? A vacancy has become available. Bring me the greatest knights in the realm. Let's have a look. So we've got Sir Giles Belgrave. Skilled fighter. Pretty good. He's only 28 as well. Dane is Woodwright. He's only a trained fighter. Lionel Bentley. We'll go for Giles Belgrave, who has accepted. Oh, no. Your Grace, I appreciate the offer. However, I have ambitions that will not be served if I were to be sworn as a Kingsguard. They always turn you down, don't they, on this, which is very frustrating. Your Grace, I will honour my allegiance and take up arms to defend the realm against the Iron Throne's enemies. The armies of Crow's Nest shall join you as soon as possible. Excellent. So most of the Stormlands are actually joining us over the Baratheons, which is great. We've got 4,000 of our own men here. Oh, we've got a dangerous faction. We'll have to look at that. Damien, Nettles, and also we've got 3 Dragon Riders in control of that. We've got an Idle Council member. Sir Eric Cargyle will get you to train the troops now. Right, what is the dangerous faction that we've got? Prince Jaehaerys for the Iron Throne and Lord Larys the Clubfoot Alright, well, we're going to imprison you now then. Lord Laris the Clubfoot, send. He's obviously going to rebel against us. Yes, my guards failed to capture Lord Laris, who has now raised his flag in rebellion. To arms, they will surely honour their obligations. We knew that he would go against us at some point, though, didn't we? And he did end up dying, of course, in the actual dance, executed by Cregan Stark. But I think we'll end this episode here for now, guys. And we'll take on some of these civil wars in the next episode. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we've got 8 lords rebelling for independence. So this is going to be interesting to see how that goes down. Don't forget to check out the green playthrough as well, which has been uploaded at the same time as this, to see how things go differently there. The dance is probably going to last a little bit longer in that, as we're in a bit more of a tougher situation than what the Blacks are in this start date. But thank you all so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and comment down below to chat, join the Discord, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for my next video, which I'm hoping, if you've not seen the Greens, will be very, very shortly, to watch the opposite to this series.